Hi, my name is Akash, and in this video, I'll be going over the new features that's coming to the Enrich add-on version 2.1. This new update includes two new features, the first one being the new mask settings, which uses the new Cryptomatte node of Blender, and the second one are two new effect types that have been added. So let's go over them. I have the classic BMW scene opener over here, and let's start by going over the new mask settings. So I'll add a color balance effect to start with. Let me change the gain to be slightly blue, maybe slightly brighter as well. Yeah. Now I want this effect only on the headlights of this car. So for that, we can just enable the mask settings. And as you can see, we are presented with the new Cryptomatte node that comes with Blender. So this Cryptomatte node is much powerful than the previous one. We can add objects or materials to this mask simply by clicking on the plus button and selecting the object that we want to add. So in this case, I want to add the headlights of the car, and that's called lights glass. So I can select that. And as you can see, that effect gets applied only on the selected area. I can also see how the mask looks like by clicking on the matte button, and this is the mask that has been generated. So that looks really nice. And this Cryptomatte node, again, which Enrich add-on uses, you can still enjoy the multiple scene workflow and different render layers just as you can with the regular Cryptomatte node. So all that is still there. Let's go over the two new effect types now. So the two new effect types that have been added are glare and film grain. Glare was the most requested effect type to be added in Enrich add-on, and it's finally here. So let's add the glare effect, and as you can see, it applies glare to the entire scene. We can still control the settings of glare just by the options over here. So these options are the same that you can see in the glare node as well. Let's increase the number of streaks. But what makes the glare integration with Enrich add-on much powerful is how it works with the mask settings of the Enrich add-on. So let's say I wanted this glare to be only on the headlights of this car and not on the body of the car, which has also been applied. So I can just enable the mask settings, and I can just select the headlights as I did before. And as you can see, the glare is simply applied on the headlights of this car. Now this might seem very trivial, but under the hood, Enrich is doing a lot for making this work. If I go to the compositing workspace, as you can see, the nodes that has been generated by Enrich add-on. The nodes over here, these nodes are for the glare effect, and the nodes over here are for the color balance effect that we added earlier. And the main difference is how the mask setting work. As you can see, the Cryptomatte node over here is just controlling the FAC input of this mix node, whereas the Cryptomatte node, in case of the glare, first picks the areas of interest that the user has selected and then applies glare on that, and then combines it with the original image using the alpha over node. In case of the standard effects that Enrich comes with, the Cryptomatte simply generates a black and white mask that is used to control which areas the regular image shows up and which areas the image with the effect shows up. So the way the Cryptomatte works is different, but if you're using Enrich add-on, this might seem very intuitive because the interface is still the same, but under the hood, it's doing a lot of stuff to make it work. So that's how the glare node works in Enrich add-on. Let's say if I wanted to reduce the fall off of the streaks, so I can still control that. And I also want to reduce the opacity. I can control that using the opacity slider here. And one more difference with the glare node is that you don't have blend mode option that you have with other effect types. The other effects have this blend mode, which you can change, but with glare, there's no blend mode because it uses the alpha over node, and that itself doesn't have any blend mode. So that's why the blend mode option is not there in the glare node. Let's add in another glare effect. So this one I'll apply only on the body of the car, and I want it to be fog glow instead of streaks. So let me select fog glow, and let me change the quality to be low. This one gives a very thick fog, and I want it only on the body of the car. So let's enable the mask, and I'll select the body of the car, Let's just verify if the mask is correct. And yeah, that looks good. And now I have the glare applied only on the body of the car, and that looks really nice. I can toggle the visibility and just check how different effects look individually, and that looks really nice. Let's go over the other effect type, which is the new film grain effect. So film grain adds subtle noise to the entire scene, which makes it look even realistic. This is how you would get in a regular camera. There will always be some noise in the image. Now you can control the strength of the noise applied. Obviously it's really high right now, so we can control the opacity. Let's turn it down to, let's say, 23%. And I don't know if it's visible right now with the YouTube compression, but there is some noise applied on this image. We can reduce it even further. Let's make it 18%. This looks really nice. So by default, it uses a colored noise. If you want only monochrome or black and white noise, you can check this checkbox and it'll apply only a black and white noise. So as you can see, it's just black and white, but in this case, I want a colored noise. I think that looks much realistic. So I'll keep it in the default. Yeah, so that's the film grain effect, and the noise that the film grain effect applies changes with every frame in the animation. So if you are using Enrich in some animation and you're using the film grain effect, the noise generated will be different for every frame, and that'll give a much more realistic look to the render. So that's the new film grain effect type. Let's complete the post-production of the scene by adding in a final vignette as well, and that looks really nice. So in barely few clicks, I completed the post-production of the scene. So those were the new features that's coming with the Enrich add-on version 2.1. I hope you're excited for this update. The update will be releasing by the end of the next month. And yeah, if you have any thoughts or suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching.